A missile attack on a Ukrainian military training base kills at least 35 people and injures more than 100. The local mayor is defiant.
Вони можуть закидувати нас ракетами.
They can bomb us,
але вони ніколи не здолають українського духу.
but they will never be able to break
Вони
Ukrainian
ніколи не будуть
spirit.
господарями на нашій землі.
They will never be rulers at our land.
Ukraine's President Zelensky visits injured troops. The country says it's lost 1,300 soldiers in battle. A city under siege with no power, food or water. The International Red Cross describes conditions in Mariupol as medieval. And hundreds have continued to take to the streets in Russia in protest at the war in Ukraine. A number of them have been arrested. And Ukraine's colours on London's red carpet as Britain's film industry holds its first in-person BAFTAs in 2 years.
And the US journalist Brent Renault is shot dead in the town of Irpin, the first foreign reporter to die in the conflict.
And Pope Francis has made an impassioned plea for an end to what he called a massacre in Ukraine. Addressing pilgrims in St. Peter's Square, he described Russia's invasion as unacceptable.
In
the name of God, let the cries of those who suffer be heard, and let the bombings and attacks cease. Let there be real and decisive progress towards negotiation, and let the humanitarian corridors be made effective and safe. In the name of God, I ask you to stop the massacre.
Let's take a look now at how the crisis is being covered on this morning's front pages. The Financial Times reports that Russia's most deadly strike to date on a military base near the Polish border was meant as a warning to NATO not to supply weapons for the defense of Ukraine. The Mail calls it Putin's deadly warning to the West. The Mirror says it's clear that Mr. Putin now has the West in his sights. They also feature the Pope's plea to President Putin, in the name of God, stop this massacre. The US response to that strike is the lead in the Telegraph, which warns Russia will face the full force of NATO if it attacks Poland. Same story on the front of the Times. They also detail reports Russia has turned to China for help with its military campaign. And also on The Guardian, which features a picture of a woman whose home on the outskirts of Kiev has been destroyed. And refugees need you is the headline for the Metro, as volunteers are urged to take Ukrainian refugees into their homes.
The headline is for you at 6 o'clock. The International Red Cross warns of a waking nightmare in the Ukrainian city of Mariupol, with people facing an extreme or total shortage of food, water and medicine.
Every day they have to scramble to find something to survive on. And the longer the situation lasts, the more people's lives are at critical risk.
Helping out at home. A website will go live later, offering people in the UK the chance to open up their doors to Ukrainian refugees.
And we're looking at the food chain from Ukraine and asking why wheat prices there are affecting prices at a flour mill here in Essex, and what might that mean for your weekly shop, which is already under pressure.
Chelsea might not make it until the end of the Premier League season, according to technical director Petr Cech. Despite winning yesterday, he hopes they'll be able to continue playing players and staff.